Hi, this is Scott from ArborPro, and today we're going to take a look at the ability to export data from ArborPro Enterprise 2.0. So we're looking at a tree inventory here for the city of Sedalia, Missouri. We've got about 1,500 or so. What we'll do, we want to export this out to a CSV to use in ArcGIS or in Google Earth. So I'm going to open the inventory view. First thing I'm going to do is reduce the number of fields. There are some fields here, risk rating fields, that are reserved for future use. So the first thing I'm going to do is change columns, and I want to remove those from the export. So we're going to uncheck those, update. Now we'll see observations, further inspection needed. Those are also blank for the moment. So we're going to change columns, observations, further inspection needed, and hit update. So these are just kind of getting down to the basic fields that are already in the inventory. So we're going to now go to report, and instead of PDF, we're going to select CSV. The report type that we want to hit is actually tree inventory expanded. That's going to include all the fields. So we'll go ahead and create report. That's going to save it to the downloads. So from the downloads, we've got this CSV file. Let's open that up. In Excel, we'll see all the fields that we asked for. And these other fields actually still do come out in the tree inventory expanded. So even though we don't see them in the inventory view, this is kind of a trick question on this video. It actually does export everything. We did that for a number of reasons. One was just so that if we reduce the number of fields down here just to kind of view, and if we forget to re-enable those before exporting, the export, we figured there's not too much of a harm in just exporting everything rather than withholding some information. So that was our trick question of the day. We actually do have all the fields, and I wanted to show that, that all the fields do come out even if you reduce the number of fields that are visible. It does have latitudes and longitudes. Those are out to 6 digits, which is good to about less than a foot. So you do need about 6 digits. We've seen some data sets that might have decimal places, let's say 3 or 4 or something, and that's not quite enough. So 6 decimal places is the minimum, and then it has dates and times and all that sort of thing. So enough about that. We'll go ahead and close that out. I'm going to open up ArcGIS Pro. I have that here zoomed into Sedalia. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop the CSV in. It'll add that as a table in ArcGIS Pro. And then from here, we're going to display XY data. It's going to figure out everything for us. So we really don't need to do much of anything here. And it knows that latitude and longitude, it knows that coordinate system is this one. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. From here, it's a layer in ArcGIS Pro. And for anyone that's familiar with ArcGIS Pro, obviously you can take this in many different directions, reproject it, put it into other data sets, load it into other places, and color code and make maps and all that sort of thing that ArcGIS Pro usually does. If we click on one of these trees, we'll see that it does have all that information that came from the CSV file. You can do the same thing in Google Earth. So we'll go ahead and drag and drop the CSV. Google Earth is going to give us a number of options here, kind of similar to how our ArcGIS Pro does it. And so we'll go ahead and finish, and it's going to add those into the map. We'll go ahead and check mark it so we can see the points. And then we can click on a point and see more information about that, similar to how we can see that in ArcGIS Pro. And we'll see that all the information came over. So that's the ability of ArborPro Enterprise 2.0 to export to CSV for use in ArcGIS and also Google Earth Pro.